little fast enough to do it. Here we go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 47th graduation ceremony. Let's welcome the class of 2021. The music you heard while our graduates were taking their seats was performed by the MBTHS Orchestra and Band under the direction of Mr. Jeffrey Smith and Mr. Cooper Ford. As we are about to begin our commencement ceremony, we respectfully request that all guests remain seated. Photographs may only be taken from your seats. Guests will not be permitted on the arena floor. The graduates will have their pictures taken during the individual presentations of diplomas. Those pictures will be made available to the graduates and their families. Please note that when it's time for roll call, students will walk up to the stage on my right, and they'll return to their seats walking down from the stage on my left. Would you please stand for the flag salute, followed by the national anthem and our school alma mater, performed by our concert choir under the direction of Ms. Vanessa Moreno. The words to our alma mater are printed on the front page of the program. The flag is to my right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing for the school alma mater.
All hail to you, our alma mater. We sing your name, so strong and bold. North Brunswick Township High School. Our banners wave with blue and gold. Our hearts are true to alma mater. For years to come, we'll sing your praise. North Brunswick Township High School, while telling of our Raider days.
Please be seated. At this point, it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Michael Neller, principal of North Brunswick Township High School.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Zakowski, the Board of Education, members of the Central Office Administrative Team, MBTHS faculty, administrators, and staff, including our Teacher of the Year, Ms. Sarah Miller. I'd also like to welcome members of the North Brunswick community who are here today, families, and of course, the graduating class of 2021. It is my pleasure at this time to welcome to the stage class of 2021 salutatorian, Roshan Varadam.
Good afternoon, friends, family, faculty, fellow graduates, and everyone else attending this event. My name is Roshan Varadhan, and I am honored to be standing here in front of you all as one of the salutatorians of the class of 2021. I'd like to start by giving a quick thanks to everyone who helped me get to this position. My parents, my brother, my grandparents, my friends, my teachers, among others. But in all honesty, I never expected to be standing here in front of everyone as salutatorian. I entered high school aiming to get good enough grades to satisfy my parents, nothing more, nothing less, and just coast through without any trouble. I didn't expect to be towards the top of the class, and I didn't even think we would have a graduation for me to speak at in the first place. But like all of us have sort of experienced over our very unorthodox high school journey, nothing ever goes as expected. I'm pretty sure most of us entered freshman year expecting a relatively normal high school experience, do good in classes, make friends, join clubs, sports, and anything else we wanted to pursue and find our passion. For a few months, it seemed like that was what we were gonna get. And then there was a gas leak. Well, this leak only silenced us for about an hour or so. Little do we know, this was just a precursor for the rest of high school. Then we went to sophomore year, expecting another mundane year without any foreseeable threats. But the trend of unpredictable events only continued, where after just 3 days of being back in the building, we were sent home for a week due to a mold infestation. Thankfully, this time the school cleaned it up quickly and held up with the statement that we would only be out for a week, unlike other times. But this chaos only continued throughout junior year and through the rest of high school. And then we got hit with this big elephant in the room, which is, of course, COVID, something that has changed our lives forever and will continue to do so. But despite everything we've been through, we've overcome everything that life threw at us, and it's a surprise that we were able to make it this far. Yet, we're here, and despite all odds, we're graduating. And I'd like to take a moment for all of us to realize that we made it. Despite everything going on in the world that makes life anything but expected, we persevered. We all found a reason to keep pushing, and as we go off on the next step of our journey, nothing's gonna become any easier. Whether or not we have a plan for the future, life won't go the way we expect it to. If high school, a relatively small section of our lives in the grand scheme of things, was this hectic, you can only bet that life is gonna get even more hectic as you go on. Why waste time trying to predict the unpredictable things in life itself? Things won't always go your way, and that'll happen more times than you can imagine. Don't try and plan out every little thing in your life. It's up to all of us to continue to accept these unexpected obstacles, something that completely throws everything off track, and make the best of it. If we were able to survive this high school experience, we can survive anything. So before I go, I'd like to leave you all with this quote from the one and only great Michael Jordan. Obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. Thank you. Thank you.
Great job. You're good. We're good. Thank you, Roshan. Next, I'd like to welcome class of 2021 salutatorian, Shrikar Visawantha.
Welcome, friends, family, faculty, friends of friends, friends of family, friends of faculty, family of faculty, friends of family, and friends of family of faculty. I think that covers everyone, right? Anyways, thank you all for coming to the MBTHS Class of 2021's graduation and for being an instrumental part of our growth and development. Whether it was inside or outside the classroom, your contributions are why we all are here today. And I'd like to express my gratitude for this. Now, Class of 2021, I'd like you all to think back 4 years ago and remember that first day of high school, entering through those glass doors on that early September morning. We were pipsqueaks in a high school jungle, disoriented, apprehensive, but filled with unbridled excitement. Excitement to forge new friendships. Excitement to join that one club that piqued our interest. Excitement to further our passions and to find out who we really are. It's here where we wrote the first pages in our high school books. An evolving story containing our most precious and memorable moments. From freshmen, we turned into sophomores, then juniors, then seniors. Less apprehensive, but still a bit disoriented. I mean, I still have no clue how that triangle layout works in our building. We continue to scribe in our respective books, keeping track of everything. Memories, such as the mercury gym floors, the mold, and the gas leaks. And memories, such as the first football game, prom, and Mr. Neller finally being in a corner for Principal's Corner, abound these pages. These moments will be our future nostalgia, not that flunked history test or that menial hallway altercation. These moments scribed into our books, the ones that elicit a tangible emotion, the ones that shaped our high school experience, are the ones we'll remember down the road. And now, as we write the final page in our books today, I'd like to leave the class with a parting message. Actively strive to seek discomfort. Discomfort serves as an agent of action, forcing us out of our comfort zones and allowing us to discover our hidden potentials. It's the impetus for improvement, promoting personal progression over mental stagnation. As psychologist Susan Davids once said, discomfort is the price of admission to a meaningful life. So, Class of 2021, strive to seek discomfort, embrace new experiences, and work to create meaningful change. Don't become too comfortable, as in those moments we exhibit only a fraction of what we could truly be. As our paths diverge and we venture out into the real world, remember your roots and this school. How excitement was an underlying emotion in almost all the memories created here. Channel this sentiment and express your true north colors wherever you go, retaining a proactive initiative to seek change. Lastly, it's been an honor here to speak as your co-salutatorian, and I'd like to again thank the Board of Ed, Mr. Neller, guidance, teachers, especially Mr. Zielinski, Dr. O'Reilly, Mr. Burgess, and Mrs. Warner, and everyone who made this day possible. Class of 2021, we did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Shrikar. At this time, I would like to welcome the Class of 2021 Valedictorian, Rohan Ravala.
Thank you all for coming here today. First, I'd like to thank the Board of Ed, the entire staff and administration at North Brunswick Township High School, from our teachers and guidance counselors to our wonderful custodial staff, as well as Mr. Neller, Dr. Zakowski, and Mayor Womack. Class of 2021, you are here today because you have successfully created a pattern, a pattern of excellence. This is only one of the innumerable patterns that we identify, create, and sustain, sometimes without even realizing it. Patterns, as you all know, are repetitive. Therefore, it is not one specific instance of success or hard work that has brought you to this moment, but rather a steady repetition of effort, a constant grind, a willingness to get up on most mornings and be responsible, open-minded, and diligent. Especially given the challenges of a year like no other, your firm adherence to this pattern is nothing short of deeply impressive. So please, all of you guys, give yourselves a pat on the back. As we pride ourselves on this fact, we must bear in mind that this diploma is not only a symbol of our successful pattern of academic excellence, but also, a testament to the fact that we are able to recognize the patterns around us and sometimes thrive in spite of them. As we step into a larger sphere, it becomes our responsibility to shape the patterns around us in a positive, compassionate, and wise manner. In doing so, we must realize that patterns are not just repetitive. They are microcosms of larger wholes. We must have the foresight to see, for example, that the same cues and cultures that enable microaggressions form the basis of the most brutal attacks on people of color. Locker room phrases are the birthplace of crimes against women. Unequal educational opportunity becomes fodder for long-term prison sentences. And finally, a pattern of harmful thoughts becomes a weapon against our very humanity. That you have all made it this far is a testament to two very important things. One, you have successfully overcome the patterns that have tried to inhibit you. And two, you all have the capabilities and confidence to bring in beautiful, helpful, and positive patterns into this world. And that's where the third facet of patterns comes into play. There's strength in numbers. Over the past year, we have tried to change the enormously heavy pattern of inequality and inconsistency in healthcare by using our strength in numbers. No. Despite the tragedy, mental toll, stress, and anxiety, we have done small actions hundreds of times. Putting on masks, staying 6 feet apart, and altering our daily plans. We have also done large actions together, getting vaccinated, raising funds, and spreading hope. In this past year, let alone the past 4 years, it is clear that when we identify, create, and sustain patterns, things change. Sometimes it's the situation. Most of the time, it's us. As I graduate with you today, I'd like to remind you all that you have already utilized the repetitive, microcosmic, and numeric nature of patterns to be successful amidst all the difficulties and distractions you have faced. Now, I invite you all to explore the patterns in the world around you, and most importantly, within yourselves, as we learn how to make this world a little brighter, a little safer, and a little happier. Class of 2021, it has been an honor to represent you as your valedictorian. Thank you, and congratulations to everybody. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
It's now my pleasure to introduce Caitlin Monahan, who has been selected to give the senior class address.
Class of 2021. I think it's safe to say we've come a long way in the past 4 years. From experiencing the famous gas leaks to the mold we all know and loved, and lastly, spending half of our high school careers in a pandemic. It definitely seems like our class could never catch a break until now. Since freshman year, we all dreamed about this exact moment and all the last senior year would bring us. Thinking about our sports team senior nights, our final bows in Alchemist, cheering on the football team on Friday nights, getting ready for prom, and walking through the halls one last time. What we never imagined was spending the year in our pajamas, sitting behind our computer screens instead. We had to adapt in ways we never thought was possible, like taking a math class through Google Meet and participating in pep rallies from our own homes. But even though we were home, that didn't stop us from helping each other and starting discussions about difficult topics in our school no one has touched upon before. We started clubs, protested, and made our voices heard for everyone else to hear. We took this year and turned it into something greater than we ever expected. Class of 2021. We're fighters, and frankly, the strongest group of students to come through MBTHS. We will be leaving behind legacies and remembering our time here, always looking out for each other. Although this year wasn't what we all expected to be, we undeniably grew up. And this is just the beginning of the rest of our lives. We're here today to celebrate everything we have accomplished these past 4 years and to say our final goodbyes to our school, teachers, and fellow classmates. Take this moment right now to look around you. This is the first time in over a year, class of 2021 is here all together again. My fellow classmates, this will always be our home, no matter how far apart we are. I'd like to say a big thank you to Mr. Neller and all the teachers who have helped us navigate through these crazy years. You helped us grow in ways we never thought we could, and will carry these bonds with us for the rest of our lives. I'd like to thank my parents and my brother for always cheering me on with everything I accomplished here. I'd like to personally thank Ms. Marks, Mr. Harris, Ms. Cahill, and all my fellow alchemists for being my second family. I love you all beyond words. Most importantly, I'd like to thank my friends and classmates for making high school better than I could have ever imagined. Class of 2021, we finally made it.
At this point, it's my pleasure to introduce the Mayor of North Brunswick Township, the Honorable Francis Womack.
How are you? President Gonzalez, members of the board, Dr. Zykowski, faculty and staff of North Brunswick Township High School in class of 2021. You have studied history while overcoming historical challenges. You have studied math while the world counts and calculates numbers of human lives lost and affected. You've studied civics while taking part in the greatest test of civic responsibility ever administered. You've studied science while heroes of medicine and research have saved lives locally and have developed vaccines to quash the pandemic worldwide. A candle lit in daytime and a candle lit in the dark of night burn equally bright. But it is the candle that illuminates the darkness that must guide and give comfort and lead us, and you have led us. Forged of the strongest steel through your experiences, your class has burst from the COVID cocoon like a dynamic and beautiful butterfly. You have excelled in athletics and demonstrated jaw-dropping success in your academics under the most difficult circumstances. As mayor, I'm especially proud of the members of your class who've been leaders in our community, setting examples for responsible civic behavior, aiding our first responders, and speaking out on the very serious social issues of our day. North Brunswick is very proud of you. You have done your township proud, not only as scholars, athletes, and artists, but also as solid citizens in the most difficult times. It's been a pleasure and it's been an honor for me to know your superintendent, Dr. Brian Zakowski, and to call him a friend. He's done so very much for North Brunswick. But make no mistake, you too have remained strong and steadfast in the most difficult year. On behalf of all of the people of North Brunswick, it is my honor to thank you for your contributions and to wish you the greatest success in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of North Brunswick Township Board of Education, Ms. Gloria Gonzalez.
First and foremost, it is so nice to be together again. So nice. As I sat down to collect my thoughts before putting them to paper, I kept hearing Dr. Zakowski's voice in my head. That happens a lot when you spend time with him. He kept saying, we're preparing them for their future, not our past. His mantra fueled our efforts to successfully expand Linwood Middle School, relocate the BOE offices to the new campus, build a new middle school, and bring our EECC students and staff back to North Brunswick. It's been a busy time for this board and those before us, and I'm grateful to have been a part of it. In the middle of it all, the pandemic hit, and we learned to cope with masks, stop shaking hands and hugging, but still managed to let our friends and loved ones know that we missed them and cared for their well-being. Who knew you could say so much with just your eyes? It seems at times insurmountable, our desire to bring back normalcy to our students and staff and community while keeping all safe, but there were superheroes among us. I would like to take a minute to recognize our superheroes, like Mary Ellen Engel, our supervisor of nursing, and her team, who arranged for testing and vaccinations for our staff, educators, students, and families. Our partners at Chartwells, who helped us serve thousands of meals to North Brunswick families in need during the pandemic. Our district custodial, maintenance, and technology staff, who kept systems running and business and buildings sanitized to enable us to shift between online and in-person as the pandemic status kept impacting how we learned and where we learned, where we were learning was taking place. Our educators and support staff, who had to shift and zig and zag as the pandemic numbers dictated the safest way to deliver our curriculum. You are amazing. Most important of all, you, our students. While all you had expected to happen and be able to celebrate your senior year seemed insurmountable, you focused on how you could make your school and our community stronger, respectful, and connected. You demanded, very nicely, time with the board and the superintendent to discuss equality, recognition, and support for all students. And it was one of the most open and meaningful conversations I was ever a part of in my 6 years as a member of the Board of Education. You exemplify the meaning of collaboration, and I have no doubt that you will continue to be advocates for fairness, for equality, for community in North Brunswick or wherever your path will take you. It has been my honor and privilege to serve this board and our community for the last 6 years and to be here to celebrate all of you. Congratulations.
I would like to thank Dr. Zakowski, the Central Office staff, Board of Education members that are here today, and members of the North Brunswick community who are present today for all of your support throughout the school year as we work towards preparing our students for the culmination of their high school experience, their graduation today. And I appreciate that everyone is here to join us in celebrating a truly special day for the MBTHS class of 2021. I would also like to thank the members of the MBTHS administration, faculty, and staff who spend countless hours dedicating themselves to the task of not only educating our students, but preparing them to find success in whatever path they choose in life. I would especially like to thank our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Farrell, who works very hard each year to ensure that this culminating event runs smoothly, and that is one that all of you will always remember. I would also like to thank Mrs. Burtnick, Mrs. Olmstead, and Mrs. Hobson, who are working very hard behind the scenes today to ensure that our social distance ceremony runs smoothly. I would like to begin my speech to the class of 2021 by pointing out a number of firsts with this class for me. First of all, you are the first graduating class that pulled a senior prank by placing my picture on a t-shirt and handing out thousands of stickers with my picture to be posted all around the school for me to find and look at all summer. I'd like to personally thank Sarah and Caitlin and the mystery student who created the stickers for this prank. And I will also let you in on a little secret that only my family knows very well. I hate having my picture taken to begin with, and let alone to have it now be memorialized on a t-shirt. And while other principals may have wanted to get the students back, I didn't, because they gave me a card yesterday with my own t-shirt signed by members of the class of 2021, and it made me reflect on the second first with this class. You are my first full class as a principal at MBTHS. And I feel that, that the previous speakers said enough, so I don't need to go into all the things we've experienced since my first week when the gas was leaking in the science lab. So I will not bring them all up, but I will say that like you have experienced, like me, you have experienced challenges over the last few years, including the biggest one over the last year and a half due to the pandemic. And although the back of the t-shirt says, "A year you'll never forget," today is a day for you to reflect on the positives that have happened over the last 4 years, that hopefully will be the memories you will one day look upon and remember as graduates. As a fellow alumni of MBTHS with my own memories that are still in my head of my time so long ago as a student, I hope that you will remember the teachers you met over the last 4 years who have encouraged you to work hard to make your dreams possible as you prepare for the next step of your life as adults heading off to college or the workforce. I wish you nothing but success in all that you do, and I want to hear about it because the most rewarding aspect of my job is to hear about the successes and accomplishments of our graduates. Having the opportunity to play sports at MBTHS, some of you got to be on the field for teams that made school history, won a county tournament, set an individual, school, county, or state record for your, or you set those records for your performances. Many of you will remember the pep rallies which were held. You will forget the virtual ones this year and remember the ones that were in person in the past. And just like graduating classes from previous years, you will quietly admit to yourself that you actually liked the pep rallies. You attended clubs, participated in events, gave back to the school and the greater MBTHS community, and you'll remember that in the last 2 weeks of your senior year, live events were able to be resumed so we could have a senior celebration, Alchemist performances, and your senior prom the other night. You also remember the school events that made MBTHS feel like a family atmosphere, such as the day before winter break, where the Commons is decorated for the holidays, and our music students put on a great show, And many of you, some on tables, which I don't like, but you sing along and you have fun. But many of you will simply remember the time you spent with friends in the Commons, the new cafeteria during lunch, in the MRC, in the gym, or in your classes. And that you got to come together as a graduating class for a senior celebration, your prom, and today, one last time, to celebrate you as the MBTHS Class of 2021, the 47th graduating class in our school's history. Congratulations to all of you. Dr. Zakowski, I hereby certify that the members of the Class of 2021 have met the requirements as mandated by the State of New Jersey and the North Brunswick Township Board of Education. Dr. Zakowski, I present to you the Class of 2021.
Thank you, Mr. Neller. President Gonzalez, Board of Education members, Mayor Womack, our administrators, members of the board, faculty, staff, parents, and what did our valedictorian said? Our salutatorian, friends of the families. We got to cover everyone. But as superintendent and chief school administrator, and on behalf of the Board of Education, it is my honor and duty to accept Mr. Neller's recommendation on the certification for the class of 2021. Board members, it is my belief that the class of 2021 is ready and willing to promote advances in society, science, engineering, business, all the while being guided by ethical principles they learned and were reinforced at MBTHS. I stand here today confident that the staff at MBTHS and the public schools of North Brunswick Township have prepared them to function in a knowledge society, information economy, all within a virtual world. But before I continue my speech, class of 2021, it's been a very difficult year, but over the past 15 months, I want all of us to say thank you to our mayor as he afforded me and required of me to highlight the wonderful students and staff of this class during our virtual world and all of your achievements. So join me with a round of applause for our mayor for leading that cause. Thank you, Mayor. It just seemed our ratings skyrocketed every time we brought a student or a staff on, and especially from the class of 2021. Students, your teachers, our wonderful teachers, have succeeded in this mission of exposing and harnessing your potential and assisting you to transform knowledge into wisdom. Today we honor your achievement, performance, and most importantly, your wisdom of applying that knowledge that you have learned. And this, as we heard, was accomplished during unprecedented pandemic. Make no mistake, this class isn't great because you did things during the pandemic. You did great things in spite of a pandemic. That's what makes you special. You are a unique class. No other 12th grade class ever faced the magnitude of changes from their traditional schooling as you moved from remote to distance to virtual, in-house, out-of-house, right? All over the place. Not to mention, as I cringe in the chair, mold, gas leaks. I stopped taking calls from Mr. Neller because I just didn't want to hear another jinx. But you did it. You not only did it, you did it well. You did it exemplary in the manner, and you represented all of us, yourselves, your family, the school. You are a special class. You're a resilient class. You handle these challenges given to you, and you persevere through adversity. You demonstrated what I think is the most important feat, is that grit and determination well beyond your years. These experiences and how you adapted will serve you well in after high school in your future years. Now we end your high school career, and regardless if you did well, average, or not so well, because grades that you leave here today will not guarantee or dictate the rest of your existence. Your life is full of limitless possibilities. All of you have the opportunity to continue this greatness, and hopefully without the pandemic. Although all academic institutions highlight those who achieve the highest grades, my message is simply that you should not pursue grades or letters as you move forward, but rather pursue learning, growth, and happiness. If you want to create a successful life and career, pursue the A's of accountability, adversity, and adaptability. Accountability, hold yourself accountable to all that you're going to do. You're responsible adults now. Hold yourself accountable. A for adversity. You face so much of it, but do not let it get you down. Continue to show that grit and determination. You know, Denzel Washington said in his commencement speech in the University of Pennsylvania, I found nothing in life that's worthwhile unless you take risks. You can't take risks unless you're afraid to fail. Continue to face adversity, never be afraid to fail, and you will be successful. Nelson Mandela said it best. Don't judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. You will face adversity. Adversity will either handle you or you will rise above it and handle it. And I am confident, after watching you, observing you, not only the 4 years, especially the last 15 months, you will handle any adversity. And your adaptability. Industries, jobs, our country are continuously changing and evolving. There are jobs out there that you don't even know you may be taking someday. You have to adapt because you have a skill set, a knowledge base. You're socially and emotionally tuned to take on any challenge. You will adapt and you will make this country greater. We need you now. In fact, Mr. Neller, can we give them certification for college right now? We need them out there. This class has shown me a lot, has shown adults that through grit and determination, we can adapt and we can overcome. You can choose to change the ever-changing times. Take advantage of the new opportunities of the world. Reinvent yourself. That's adaptability. I know change is hard for us as individuals, and the status quo can be so much more comfortable. But please remember the Darwinian adage, my science students. It is not the strongest or the most intelligent that will survive and thrive, but those who could best manage change, adapt, change, and be the change. Holding yourself accountable, handling adversity, being able to adapt, create an aptitude that will guide you successfully no matter what path you choose. So on behalf of the Board of Education, the entire North Brunswick educational community, parents and families and friends of class of 2021, I want to thank you one more time for all the support, all of the collaboration, getting us through this most difficult time. Together we can, we did, and we could continue to overcome anything that comes our way. We are North Brunswick, you are the class of 2021, and you deserve this honor and this day. Thank you, have a great summer.
Please welcome Ms. Tyler Davis and Ms. Laura Iskowitz, advisors to the class of 2021.
We will now proceed with the awarding of diplomas. President of the class of 2021, President of the class of 2021, Anthony Partizano.
The Vice President of the class of 2021, Asadullah Muhammad.
Secretary of the class of 2021, Ria N. Patel.
Treasurer of the class of 2021, Anishka Jain.
Valedictorian of the class of 2021, Rohan Ravula.
Salutatorian of the class of 2021, Roshan Baradin.
Salutatorian of the class of 2021, Srikar Vaswitha.
The class speaker, Caitlin Monahan.
Congratulations, Caitlin.
Sarah Williams. Nicholas Macchio. Kevin Lawrence Jackson. Amani Gray. Daniela Gomez. Jared De Jesus. Omar Shahabuddin. Jamila Anekwe.
Simone Thakaridin. Karandeep Aurora. Jay Patel. Ibrahim Inam Saeed. Jaideep Boparai. Karan Kumar. Yolanda Estela Picado. Carlos Reyes. Robin Anudan.
Megan Gilmore. Carolina Winkler. Danny Corey. Kent Quach. Denton Moreland. Andrew Revel. Gustavo Javier Cantu Prado. Michael Rosado.
Man Patel. Krishi Katwani. Hannah DiFilippo. Yolali Polanco. Sorry. Shanam Hussain. Suhar Khan. Joseph Laposa. David Benwahi.
Sean Anderson. Yash Navetia. Bernice Maria Rojas Rivera. Dana Mariquin. Birch Ann May Abad Calderon. Obaisai Vemula. Harissa Mauricier. Sierra Kellis Latney.
Lorenzo Lambert. Jayani Van Loo. Shashank Vamori. Chavez Siddiqui. Lisbeth Martinez Lopez. Diana Laura Garcia. Stephanie Miranda. Anum Beg. Pranitha Rajkumar. Ojal Kuumchandani.
Lisnet DePratt. Eric Harper. Wesley Texador. Andrew Maluk. Noor El Tawil. Lana Samira Imam. Marvin Myers. Amar Tariq Abu Hassan.
Fawzwa Masood. Abdul Wahab Malik. Rikesh Singh. Stephen Karakusi. Jonathan Galazara. Jordan Nia Morrison. Kimberly Johanna Chavez.
He's on for a little bit.
Kenneth Anthony Rauda Montoya. Daniel Orlando Gomez. Ryan Jacob Bonilla. Travis Joseph Yates. Brandon Viedma. Javier Jamil Santana. Anmal Patel. Shriya Singaraju.
Kirtana Krishnan. Oswaldo Gonzalez. Kyle Hendoyo. Dev Alpesh Panchal. Shivam Patel. Ved Vyas. Akshay Muniyappa. Arlene Desiree Lopez. Mahek Patel. Adriana Barnes.
Anaya Isaac. Avery Kachansky. Alexis Rich. Tiana Alicia Strong. Sanvi Sharma. Nasir Hammonds. Daniel Brands. Suhail Hadik.
Rikshikesh Vasuvedan. Saul Lopez Lucas. Yanni Petrakis. Jocelyn Montez. Joseph A. Romeo. Mahek Vengama.
Amina Islam Samia. Anum Ahmad. Olivia Zayas. Gianna Papp. Brianna Mills. Stephanie Haig. Yosnarly Rodriguez. Roger Dario Perez Rodriguez.
Emily Nicole Sanchez Mendoza. Christopher Killings. Kaylee Montanez. Yahelis Yvette. Priya Mitra Heller. Mahi Patel. Ashna Patel. Hamna Hamid. Imara Malkeya Zuhair. Ashley West.
Mia Cologne. Emily Haytes. Tarek Patel. Jorge Luis Candia. Andrew Miller. Zahir Williams. Ahabab Chowdhury. Amy Caruso. Kelly Martinez. Samantha Vialta Cantania.
Samantha Freyer. Dev Patel. Robert Kanui. Ivan Alexandrov. Greg Chernyavsky. Alyssa Winnicky Perez. Amanda Napravnitsky. Nope. Nikovnik. I'm so sorry. Muhammad Sharaf. Yassine Sharaf.
Akwazi Asaria Koto. Fode Abdullahi. Ethan Mikolaevsky. Ian Noel Mazzara. Neil DeVay. Zachary Laurie. Luis Fernando Morocho. Alex Wang.
Olivia Hires. Benjamin Almazan. Joshua Nora. Aaron Avila-Noza. Christopher Donnellan. Shay Crane. Vincent Berardo. Grace Daniela Sinche. Oscar Zapata. Ariana Aaliyah Clark.
Ayana Alston. Brianna Alexandria Foster. Christina Jericho. Jasmine Hutchinson. Ramiro de Jesus Guzman. Yasira Samuel. Cheyenne Robinson Williams. Tehran Watson. Danny Yip. Yahir Alberto Vargas. Cindy Valentine. Rolfie Alexander Abad Santana.
Mariana Valentina Linares. Vanielis Bueno. Jose Tapia Garcia. Ariana Kravitz. Israel Emmanuel Martinez. Fatan Ahmed. Jillian Fernandez Disla. Kayla Harris. Lizette Ricardo Reyes.
Shadi Marie Lugo. Namira Ahmed. Devin Shah. Ankit Tumuluri. Kiara Lee Tierney. Biara Cunha Marquez. Julia Walsh. Jocelyn Solano.
Isa Razik Bimson. Iman Sajid Iqbal. Alishba Khalid. Iman Hayat. Abdallah Hashmi. Ubaid Hassan. Abdul Subhan Osmani. Arioka John. Kayla Lewis. Mitran Patel.
Kunal Yolekar. Juliana Garvey. Avery Lang. Darcy Marie Frushine. Kara Donahue. Haley Elizabeth Koprowski. Karina Desai. Magna Arza. Angelina Russo. Shivani Sankreddy. Ashvika Bandaru.
Malika Tawari. Sarah Zins. Alicia Patel. Emmy Rose Fatil. Archana Sivanandaharja. Isha Vittil. Albert Lewis. Simon Chernobilski.
Timothy DeAndrea. Ava DeAndrea. Emily Irene Hill. Gwyneth Morachi. Valerie G. Chubis. Jashawn Baker. Imani Fote. Parth Patel.
Kwan Ailey. Donovan Crawford. Ahmad Kennedy. Kaya J. Aminata Kargbo. Kamaya Robinson. Amari Lynn Roberts. Karen Espinal Tavares. Angelina Ruccio. Edwin Jordan. Habib Syed.
Jake Tivoli. Alexander Lucero. Elizabeth Colon Malpica. Shannon O'Neill. Carlene Ahinampong. Ariana Asari. Adelaide Frimpoma Asante. Jaquil Boyd. Matthew Boyd.
Jahira Scotty Holmes. Jasani, I love you. Jasani Christine Brown. Hey Sukaya Francoeur. Alyssa Farrell. Christy L. Witkowski. Charlene Dianara Romero. I shouldn't be doing this.
Faridat Adaleke. Arti Rao. Nina Malanchuk. Naya White. Romani Delson Hodge. Bibi Davenport. Devin Lassane. Jemiah Franklin.
Jalon Edge. Rodrigo Bonilla. Brandon Liam Dimashi. Christian John Anthony Volpe. Jamil Jalou. Hannah Rodriguez. Ivana Jackson. Amaya White. Jelani Devanish. Dejan Trey Thomas.
Isaiah McKenzie. Shaheem Houston. Martez Burrell. Dylan Hernandez. Davion Williams. Brandon Noel. Matthew Ramjuan. Jason Garcia. Malcolm Etheridge. Sean Moffitt. Diane Romero. Michael Haluska.
Sean Bolodia. Randy Idelis Rodriguez. Ariana Camilo Gomez. Marin Mora. Shardul Sarafi. Cedric Tourier Kofer. Shivam Nangia. Exor Diaz. Miles Perez.
Elizabeth Barnett. Jabri Fitzpatrick. Christopher Jordan Bordeaux. Jimmy Jimenez Peleas. Joel Rodriguez. Jeremiah Brima. Mike Joseph Perella Santos. David Deloach. Ivy May.
Brianna Michaela Madry. Justin Garcia. Ariel Regalado. Luz Yesenia Herrera Mendoza. Vivica Yensi. Dariana Rodriguez. Sumi Nayeli Borja Arita. Tyler Summer. Isabella Richardson. Nicholas Jathan Scoville.
Amila Dainez. Joshua Zulik. Jamil Morales. Adriana Fung. Estuar Aguilar. Oscar Esteban Torres Gonzalez. Daniel Barbero. Kevin Dwyer. A.B. Ramirez Mendoza. Nia Litch.
Naomi Fleming. Jasmine Sheedy. Kiara Mooring. Joseph Mellis. Sebastian Jesus Salazar. Brianna Ashley Wilson. Nancy Rose Bull. Eliza W. Maldonado. Zara Maktoum.
Charlotte Chu. Christopher Espinoza. Emmanuel Hart. Leo Barahona Tobar. Sebastian Suarez. Brian Nunez. Ashley Alejandra Guevara Mejia. Quiana Sierra Johnson.
Sergina Marizier. Sayuri Rochelle Reyes Santos. Anne-Marie Rivera. Ileana Reyes. Diana Diaz. Jada Tiara Burgess. Sade Ogunaike. Navya Malhotra. Deepak Hathri Ramani. Marcus Wooten.
Felix Perez. Freddie Dubon. Stephen Gomez. Fred Perez. Anderson Calderon. Eileen Rojas. Roba Nar. Christina J. Prasad. Shami Mejia. Alyssa Desiree Rivera.
Sanjana Kannan. Carrie Michaela Hunt. Juhi Grover. Ria Patel. Bianca Luna. Carla Rivera. Charles Scott Joseph Quebec. Brandon Treno.
Stephanie Stillwell. Raymond Graulich. Anthony Rodriguez. Daniel Dow. Preetha Madan. Oluwatosin Araleye. Brian Michael Smith. Dior Whitfield.
Christelle Michelle. Rohan Desai. Deep Patel. Aditya Sharma. Santiago Andino. Jesus Carvajal. Noel Sanchez. Aman Sheikh. Salmil Parkey. Evan Dominguez. Omar Mubarak.
Emmanuel Nunez. Eric Pratasenko. Isabella Torres. Alicia Giral. Emmeline Lopez. David Inyang. Lloyd Nantwi. Prince Brema.
Eric Alessandro Solano. Daniela Ramos Mendez. Christine Angelica Janeo. Maya Medina. Stephanie Marie Acevedo. Angela Mariche Ramirez. Christian M. Salazar. Veronica Isabel Geraldo. Tajay Nazira Johnson. Thank you.
Jules Peralta. Daljit Singh. Vladimir Mendoza. Kelvin Garcia. Jayon Shelley. Gabriela Delangel. Vianelli Batista. Trinice Vincent.
Lynette Frimpong. Rhoda Nana Yua Nantwi. Mihir Parek. Seemal Wasim. Brianna Perkins. Allison Obregon. Farida Labib Ali. Aditya Baramwal. Shaylee Likar. Isham Khan.
Rithi Shahan. Maria Fernanda Naranjo Lisboa. Mira Patel. Ayushi Vyas. Kaylin Bruno. Marielle Mandelis. Ruji Wang. Aiko Cordan. Alexis Espana.
Lynette Ascona Gomez. Shakir Price. Taji Naeem Ali. Alexia Rivera. Zachary William Linewall. Ahmed Abdelgawad.
The officers and the class advisors for the class of 2021 will now come forward and present the senior class gifts. This will be followed by the senior class advisors and the class officers leading our graduates in the formal moving of the tassel.
MBTHS has provided us with memories that we will cherish forever. Some of these memories include pep rallies when our entire class came together as one. As a thank you for all of our wonderful times, we would like to gift the school with a new and improved Spirit Cup trophy that will be passed along to the upcoming pep rally winners. It is representative of the class who displayed the most dedication and effort each season.
Next, we would like to thank our assistant principal, Mr. Speller, and our dean, Mr. Zielinski, for their unconditional support. This past year especially has been a challenging school year for many of us. The involvement in our class has allowed students to remain focused and has provided us with the resources necessary to excel. We would like to give Mr. Speller and Mr. Zielinski a token of appreciation for all of their guidance and dedication to our class. I just want to quickly shout out my parents and shout out my boys. Y'all know who you are.
We would also like to thank both of our class advisors, Ms. Isk and Ms. Davis, for their commitment towards providing us with an unforgettable high school experience. Ms. Isk, your loving nature and comforting personality made it easy for us to work with and talk to you. Whenever we were out of ideas, your creativity never failed to find a solution. Ms. Davis, your humor and relatability always made those long and tedious meetings easier to get through. We admire your organization and drive that has guided us towards putting together successful events. To express our appreciation, we would like to present the both of you with a token of gratitude. We couldn't have asked for better advisors. Thank you for everything you have done these past 4 years and for the class of 2021.
Students on the arena floor, please stand. Members of the class of 2021, please join your class officers in the official placing of your tassel from right to left, symbolizing that you are now a graduate. Congratulations! Take your seats. Yes.
You guys go take your seats. Go take your seats. Please be seated. Parents and guests, in order to help facilitate a smooth recessional, please remain seated until the graduates have left the floor. You may meet your graduates outside of the building. Graduates, I'm going to present you to everyone in a minute or so, but we have a couple of things to go over before I do this. First, when I'm done presenting you, that's your cue to toss up your caps into the air so that we can capture that picture. We never practice this, and it always comes out great. It works for every graduation, so no pressure. Finally, after you are announced, you will hear music. That's your signal to begin making your way off of the arena floor in rows. You will exit on both sides of the floor, walking towards the stage and exiting from behind the stage, the same place where you entered. So are we ready? Graduates on the arena floor, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for me to announce the 47th graduating class of North Brunswick Township High School. I present to you the class of 2021. Yes. You did it, you did it.